What's up, y'all? This A1 said it, and I'm finna say it. Say how I feel. I'm here to address the issue, or give my opinion rather, on the existence of God. You know, it's mind-boggling to me what people will believe in versus believing in something that's just inherently true. I mean, we've been studying this for centuries and years, and it's still, people don't believe it, like they can't put two and two together. And the skepticism of it, I get it to an extent. Then there's another extent where I don't get it. You know, I get the point that people don't believe it because it seems like a fairy tale. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. A lot of people have questions about God's character and how he operates. You know, why is there evil in the world? If God's supposed to be so good, if he's supposed to be all this great and omnipresent, omnipotent person, then why does this occur and why is this happening? A lot of it has to do with us and what we've done to ourselves. But his existence in the first place is what people can't grasp. And with the word that we have, the Bible, this right here, it gives us substantial evidence that there is a God. Now, you look at the other religions around the world, and all the followers of those religions pray, believe in a higher deity. Now, we can call them gods in a sense, but they're not the one eternal God. Those deities in those religions, they don't have creation beginnings as far as the reality of the world that we can see. The reality in the world that we can see for ourselves and our own eyes are the evidence that the God that we call God, that we believe as a Christian, I believe it, that he is the God. There's order, there's structure, there's timing, there's matter. And by the way this reads, it lines up. If you took those same standards in, let's say, creation, and you put them in the order of today, it still would make sense. See what I mean? And I mean in the sense of you can't have one without the other. You know, if you read the Bible and you read the story of creation, for one, look how organized it is. Look at the order of it. It takes a thinking mind to be able to come up with something like that in the same way that we would do it. And it works and it makes sense. Now you look at that and say, okay, the other religions, they believe in a lot of principles. Be good to others. Do this. Walk this way. Go over here. Talk to this person. Treat everybody right. Generally being a good person. But the belief in the principles really get you nowhere. But God actually has a plan for us in this life and the next. And there's order and there's structure to it. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, it's totally up to you. I can't make you believe, but it's up to you to, if you want to do that. So you have to do your own due diligence in the word to substantiate your claim that God doesn't exist. And then another thing, how's everybody can believe in Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, and Bigfoot, which we have no documentation, we have no words of none of them, but we have a book and years and years and years and hundreds of years of centuries of work and evidence and proof that our God that I believe in, he actually does exist. Now, I can't prove it to you because you have to have substantial enough evidence to equal the proof, because the proof will substantiate the evidence that you bring. Okay. But I can show you a plethora of evidence that we have to prove that the God that we believe in actually exists. So the beauty of it, and I think God laughs at it too, is that it's the belief in it that actually brings about the existence of God in your life and in the world for you to see. It's kind of like taking the blinders off. You know what I'm saying? Once you can actually realize that, hey, yeah, you know what, this might be work. It might be actually true. Then things will start to change. You'll start to realize things differently. You'll see things differently. You'll walk differently. You start treating people differently, you know, and some of it you won't even know why. But because when you have a reason, a greater work to do, then you will start to do the things ahead of time in order to make those things work out. Now, if there was no God and we're just here, we'd be animalistic. We wouldn't know right from wrong. We wouldn't know good from bad. We just treat everybody any kind of way, and it all would be along the same line. It'd be right. It wouldn't be no wrong. We would just be doing, because we have no relative sense of the right and wrong that we have. Some of y'all ain't got no thought of right and wrong today. Easy. You know, so the belief in the God will actually help you even more with your unbelief, because you will start seeing the effects and the evidence of him in your life and in the world that we live in. And everything, you know, you don't have to have this substantial, monumental evidence of proof, you know what I'm saying, to prove it, because it's things that we can't prove just because we human. You know, we're not God, so we don't know this. But God does exist more than Bigfoot, because y'all been looking for Bigfoot since 72 and you ain't found him yet. So how in the world you gonna expect me to believe that this 6'9", 500-pound creature walking around in the middle of the United States with all the hunters and all the gatherers out in the woods with cameras, guns, nets, and traps, and this, that, and the other, and y'all ain't caught this monster yet? But you want me to believe it. But I tell you about a God with this much evidence to show you that a God does exist, and you don't want to believe it, but you want to believe a footprint with no foot. Come on now. You got to do better than that. But anyway, I just wanted to give my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? Because people, your lives will be different. Your lives will change if you stop being so hard-hearted and so stiff-necked that you can believe in something that is good for you. You know, God didn't create us for evil and create us for bad. He didn't create evil and, you know, loosed it in the world. You know, if he did, you know, what's the devil doing? He just sitting back kicking it and let God just run the whole show? No, the devil got his job too. So don't leave him out. But overall, I feel like if people would just stop being so disbelieving and encouraging the disbelief, because you need so substantial amount of proof and evidence that something that is really hard to prove to you, then if you just simply believe it and take the evidence in for yourself, and then you can, you know, rationalize it and figure out if it's for you or not. But I pray that you do. So anyway, if you find this video liking unto you, you know, like it, subscribe to the channel if you will, and shoot, let's get some more out there. You know what I mean? And remember, I'm gone. This A1 said it.